Hello guys, today I'll be sharing with you another bullish 1 to 3 setup on CAD JPY that assisted me to get about 2.3% on my new 50k phase 2 account. So last week I did show you how I passed phase 1 achieving 8%, and I passed using a bullish trade on CAD JPY. The trade is still here, and the thing with my strategy is that it's very mechanical in the sense that my approach is very similar for every trade. I just keep repeating the same criteria in the market, and as long as it presents itself, then I do have a setup. So the same way I did the breakdown of this trade last week is literally the same as the current setup that we do have here. Here's the progress of the phase 2 account so far. Just taken one trade, which was able to give me about 2.33%. So the thing is, when I'm in phase 2, I really try to lower my risk. In phase 1, I do about 1% risk sometimes, but in phase 2, I lower my risk to 0.8%. So if I had done 1% risk on this trade, it could have given me 3%. But since it's phase 2, I always try to go slow so that I don't risk losing the account after, going through the whole hassle of achieving the 8%. Now, just 5% is very little, and you don't want to end up losing the account at phase 2. That's just my opinion. Also, before I start every trading week, I do share in the community the analysis of what the market looks like and what we are expecting, and all these things I've also shared in terms of the exact entry and exit criteria of my approach that has been thoroughly backtested and is what I've been using to pass my prop farm challenges and get funded. So if you want to know more about that, you can simply join our community by clicking the link in the description, and you'll have access to all these videos which share detailed information, including a live backtesting session to just share the ins and outs of the support resistance strategy based on how I have developed it. So going back to our setup, I took the trade on Thursday, 21st March. I'll just go ahead, delete everything on my chart and take you back to the daily time frame to show you how I was able to get my setup on Thursday. So here's Thursday from the daily time frame, and step number 1 is you want to make sure you are trading in the trend direction. The overall trend on CAD JPY currently, and I'm talking of the long-term trend, is clearly bullish. You will see that from left to right, this market has been forming higher highs and higher lows. So in a bullish market, I'm only interested in getting buy setups. Step number 2 is you want the previous day to show you signs of strong bulls in this market. So before I can validate Thursday to be a good trading day, I want to make sure that the previous day is also showing me signs of strong bullish momentum. And as you can see, the previous day being Wednesday, which is here, we had a long bullish candlestick, which indicates that we had very, very strong bulls in this market. Thursday was a good day for me to enter the market in terms of trying to look for a bullish setup. Before I enter the market, I always want to confirm there is no high impact news. So if we do have anything like CPI, PPI, interest rates that affect my specific market, which is CAD or Japanese yen, then I would most likely not be trying to get a setup on that day. So 21st March, we want to check the economic calendar, and I do use fastbull.com to check the fundamentals and just make sure I don't miss out on any economic activity. So we're going to go back to 21st, which was on Thursday. And again, I'm only interested in the high impact news. So if you want to filter, just come and click here under the screen. It will allow you to select the specific countries or zones where you do want to receive the economic data. So for me, I've only selected a few that I'm interested in. Also, if you click on this more button here, you have the chance to now customize from the low impact news to the medium ones to the high impact news, which is the 3 stars in the red color. Also, make sure you customize your time zone depending with where you're located to receive the correct timings of when the economic data is being released. If you scroll down on the page, you'll also realize they do have a mobile app. So even if you're outdoors, you can still follow up with the economic data just from your phone. For someone who's interested in all other markets like stocks, futures, indices, and then the 724 section, which is up here, is literally built for all macroeconomic events across any market that you can think of. So this will keep you up to date, and you can also check many other pages like the analysis just to have an insight of what is happening in the markets, generally from articles that have been written by specialists, and just have a glimpse of what is happening fundamentally. That being said, on Thursday, there was no high impact news affecting my market, and it was a valid day for me to try to get a setup. As I told you before, you want to buy at a support and sell at a resistance. I've done videos to give the in-depth insights about all these things. So for this setup, since I'm looking for a bullish one, I'll be looking for key support areas from the higher time frame. By Thursday, the most immediate support resistance level was somewhere here. So if I can draw this zone here, you will see that price had just bounced off here bullish the first time. Let me just zoom for clarity. You'll see we had this first bounce there. We had this bullish candlestick coming to the same zone and reversing. We had this same bearish candlestick reversing from that point. We had this weak from the same level, and as long as you do have 3 touches at a level, it's considered valid, especially from the higher time frame, because it does carry more weight. So long story short, on Thursday on my lower time frame, I was looking for price to come and pull back somewhere to this level of support. So going back to the 15-minute time frame on Thursday, you should be able to see that price was buying on Wednesday, and then here on Thursday it does come back and actually hit my support level that I have marked all the way from the daily time frame. As we've already seen, this level has been working for a long time, so when price comes back to support, we are almost expecting a possibility of getting strong bullish momentum here, and then it will continue going up. But apart from the speculation, you need to have confluences that help you to confirm before you take a trade. So for me, once price hit the support level, I do look for a double bottom or a W pattern, as I've shown you in some videos before. So coming to this level, if I zoom in for you to just see clearly, you'll realize that we did have this drop in price. We had 2 bullish candlesticks, so at this point buyers were strong. We had another consistent bearish drop until here. Then we had this consistent bullish momentum, and the idea is that you want it to close above the middle point or the neckline. So it did come and close above the neckline here at about 6:15 a.m. in the morning. Once the W pattern is complete, you want this price to now come back and retest this middle point here of the pattern. You'll be able to see the next candle at 6:30 a.m. came back and retested this neckline before it continued to go up. However, I did not take my entry here because before I take the entry, I also confirmed the previous 1 hour candlestick should be bullish. So by the time the retest happened at 6:30, the previous 1 hour at this point in time was between 5 to 6 a.m. in terms of the 1 hour candle. And 5 to 6 a.m., as I'll show you in a few, it was actually bearish. While I'm trying to buy, so I want signs of strong bulls in the market, not signs of strong bears in the market. So I was patient, and about 2 candlesticks later at about 7 a.m., we did get another retest at the same neckline point. Now this time at 7 a.m., the previous 1 hour was between now 6 to 7 and was actually bullish, meaning I did get the confirmation. So this is the 1 hour time frame, and you'll be able to see that 6 to 7, here it is, and 6 to 7 was actually bullish. However, the previous one was 5 to 6. This is what I was telling you the other time, that 5 to 6 was bearish. So when the first retest happened in the lower time frame, the previous 1 hour was not supporting an entry. However, the second retest, which happened at about 7 a.m., the previous 1 hour between 6 to 7 was bullish and supporting a bullish entry in the market. That just shows you the importance of being patient and waiting for your setup to play according to your strategy. So as you would guess, now that I have all my confirmations and the 1 hour is also in line, I did enter at the 7 a.m. neckline retest, looking for a 1:3 risk to reward ratio, stop loss of 15, take profit of 45. And that was another clean bullish setup. From entry, we did have a very significant rise without any retracement until at this point where it almost hit my TP, but it actually never closed. It came back down, then eventually it now came back and hit my take profit. And that's how I was able to go up about 2.4% on my first phase 2 trade. So that's it really. I'll keep you guys updated. Be sure to always have a system that has an edge. Keep executing, and everything else just remains a function of time. So patience will also be very important. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video.